All right, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I'm doing this video because it's pretty upsetting that we live in a day and age where developers know that there's something wrong with their video game and they want to turn a blind eye to it, act deaf to, the fans that speak out their issues, unless it's like a mass amount of people that are talking about the game. If not, there ain't gonna be no changes done to it, and it's upsetting that it's like that. It's upsetting that then you got games out there where the developers do actually sit down and take the time to listen to their fans, and I feel like that those games don't get recognized enough. They don't get talked about enough. But anyways, so the reason why I'm doing this video overall, telling you guys, I guess more so to be careful on what games you purchase on Steam, because if you're in a position like me where you're a content creator and you're trying to look for a game to play, whether it's streaming, whether it's making YouTube videos, overall just a game that you can sit down and have fun with, yeah, you're going to be in a position where you are going to be trying out and testing out a lot of different games. You'll watch a YouTube video on it. They may say one thing, but you experience a completely different thing. And I don't know how many times I didn't play video games where, yeah, you see a video on it and you're all like, oh, well, that game looks fun. That looks like a game worth trying out. Then you play it and it's like, no, that wasn't fun. I don't know what that YouTuber was talking about, but or Twitch streamer, whatever platform, TikTok, whatever platform. But yeah, overall though, I'm going and I'm playing these. There's two games, and it's gonna most likely end up being this third one too. But anyways, these two games where one is a game about digging a hole, and then the other one is like this like indie helicopter game. Now, my issues with both games is that with the digging game, they don't really explain how to go about charging a shovel. Yes, you have to charge a shovel in that game. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea where they got that idea from of charging a shovel. But yeah, they overall have it where you have to charge a shovel or I guess replace the battery or whatever, but they don't explain how to. So I'm like, I'm not gonna explain or play a game where they're not gonna explain nothing. They just all like, oh well, you just gotta figure it out. I'm like, okay, well, do you want me to enjoy this game or do you want me to just figure out stuff about it? Because if I spend more time trying to figure out how to play the game, I'm gonna lose interest in it. So, anyways, and then with the helicopter game, they put me on this dark map, and then when I'm trying to figure out how to switch on night vision, because they do have a night vision option, they have it set up where night vision, it's like you have to pretty much go through your key bindings section. You have to like find a button that's not in use to switch it up for night vision. I'm thinking to myself, my phone or watch keep going off, but I'm thinking to myself like that should already be set up. Like, why is it a situation where I gotta set it up? How come the developers ain't set it up? So, anyways, I go and I'm like, yeah, I ain't even gonna play those games because it's like I know if I have to sit down and continuously keep playing them, all it's just gonna do is stress me out. And I feel like that's something that I need to raise awareness for, is that no gamer wants to be stressed out when playing a video game. And I talked on this before where it's like they need to up that 2 week and 2 hour policy and need to have it where I could get an unlimited amount of refunds, because you have it where PlayStation, they have it set up where when you buy a game and you like as soon as you play it, like let's say you buy a game, you play it, or yeah, you start it up and you realize you don't like it, you can't get your money back, all because you had turned the game on and started playing it. So therefore, you're not allowed to get your money back. Xbox has it set up where I think after like 3 to 5 refunds, then you can no longer get your money back. So yeah, let's say you buy the latest NBA 2K, realize it ain't no different than last year's NBA 2K and the one before that. If you, I guess like if you've gotten a certain amount of refunds on Xbox, then yeah, you're stuck with that game. And then Steam, on the other hand, I thought it was always an unlimited amount. And then, yeah, today I get a couple of emails saying like, oh yeah, because you have recently got a bunch of different refunds for your for video games and stuff. And then they were so actually, no, I still have the email. I just gotta open it to see what they said. But they was like, so they sent me a thing saying your refund request. Now I thought it was a thing saying that like letting me know like, oh yeah, you got your money back and stuff. But anyways, The email reads out, "We will not be granting a refund because you have already made a large number of recent refunds. Please remember that refunds are not a method for trying out games." But my thing is this: when you have it set up where a game ain't got no demo, you don't really have a whole lot of people playing it, you need to play the game to see for yourself on whether or not you're going to like it. Because, yeah, there might be that one person on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and anywhere else where they're going to have a different experience with it, but that's not going to be the same experience that I have. So it's like, it really confuses the life out of me, where it's like, this is the future that we're heading towards, where it's like we have no choice but to play digital video games. Because you have it where you go into a GameStops, they pretty much got games that are like on the Xbox Game Pass, games that don't know really nobody really know about. And it's the same with the PlayStation. It's either games that's on PlayStation Plus or games that don't nobody really know about, or it's games that's like, okay, it's like I already know about the business with that game, overall I'm not gonna buy it. And it's like, so yeah, it's like physical, and then eventually it's gonna get to a point where it's like they ain't even gonna sell physical copies of games no more, because they did that with the one game that I didn't even like, Black Myth Wukong. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, I haven't played. The last time I had streamed that game was the last time I had played it. So that's why I'm like, fam, I don't understand why you're putting people in this position of where we ain't gonna have no choice but to buy digital video games. But overall, it's like, if we don't like it or have issues with it, or the game got bugs or problems, whatever the situation is, after a certain amount of time, I'm not gonna be able to get my money back because of all the other previous games I didn't play, where it's like, okay, I know I'm not gonna have fun with that game, or there's something wrong with it. So it really confuses the life out of me, where it's like, if we're going to be heading in that direction, then there needs to be a better refund policy, because there's a lot of different developers where it's like they just don't overall care what people have to say about their video game. They're like, no, we're going to come out with a video game. We could care less what people have to say, because if they did, NBA 2K wouldn't be in its position. Call of Duty wouldn't be in its position. Honestly, my thing is this: I guarantee and I promise you, if we had gave a lot of different developers that same treatment we gave that one zombie, well, it was supposed to be a zombie survival. At the last minute, they decided to make it into a zombie extraction shooter. But I guarantee and I promise you, if we gave a lot of these developers the same treatment as like games like that game the day before, Batman Arkham Knight, when it originally came out, because I remember when that game came out, it wasn't in no good state. Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky. I guarantee and I promise you, if we put a lot of people in that position, they'd start getting to work on their games. And it wouldn't be no situation where I have to talk on my frustrations with the game, or people are having to get their money back. But it's like, it really trips me out, where it's like, then you have the developers like the people behind Batman Arkham Knight, No Man's Sky, and Cyberpunk 2077, where they're like, okay, well, we don't want this to be the downfall of like all the stuff that we like worked on and things. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to work. Let's actually do things that people can be happy about and people can be proud of us. No, you got developers out there where they're like, if you got issues with the game, so what? So I'm supposed to just be stuck with this game that I know I'm not going to play. I find that very messed up. So that's why I'm doing this video overall, to just warn you guys, like, be careful with what digital game that you buy out there. If you're iffy or got like a gut feeling that this might not be a good game, then don't buy it. Whether it's a new game, a popular game, an old game, whatever the situation. Because that's the thing with Steam, where it's like they got a lot of different games on there. And that's like, I never thought I would have to make this video. But they got games on there that don't work. They got games on there that's halfway buggy and glitchy and stuff. They got games on there where it's like, it's a tech demo with a price tag on it. They got a lot of different games on there where I'm like, you guys approved of this game being on your guys' platform. And I just find that messed up. I find it very messed up, where it's like you have it where there's companies like, yeah, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. I'm trying to think of some other businesses out there where they allow these games to be released on their platforms and they're not good games. So that's why I'm like, man, it really needs to be a situation where they need to change the refund policy with video games, or they need to have it where it's like all video games come with a trial or a demo, but not because that's one thing that I'd say. I might have my ill feelings with EA games, but that's one thing that I would say about EA games that I like that they do, is that they let you play the game for like 5-10 hours to see on whether or not you're gonna like, because that's usually how long it'll take before you are during that time frame of like, okay, if I'm gonna like this game or not. But and it's like, I'm trying to think, does Ubisoft? I feel like Ubisoft might do it too. I don't think No, they do not. No, they have like trials for their video games and stuff. But I'm like, fam, why can't all developers do that? Why can't all companies do that? I'm like, it needs to be where it's companies, they need to have like a trial or a demo of their game, but not something where it's like it's misleading. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this demo all fun, but then when they go out and buy the game, then it's just gonna be a horrible game. Because there's even games out there where it's like there is the one game where I'm like, I think if they worked on the visuals and the quality and the performance of the game, but there's this one game called Torque Drift 2 where they allow you to play the demo, but it's not even really a demo. It's like one mode that you actually can play, and they do have it where there's some modes locked. But I like the fact that they're all like, okay, like we're not going to hide the overall gameplay from you, but you got some demos out there that'll do some stuff like that where they'll hide the gameplay from you, and I'm like, fam, that's not fair to the gamer where I'm being stuck with this game and this game ain't even good. Yeah, the demo was all right, but then when you play the actual full game, then there's something wrong with it. And I'm thinking to myself, man, to me, I'm like, that's some messed up stuff. And I'm like, there needs to be some sort of change when it comes to gaming, because I'm like heading in this direction of digital games, and it's like, and then eventually, I guarantee and I promise you, because it's like when you think back on games that came out in the PlayStation 2 era, Xbox, even PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, them games was fully developed. And now we're heading into now we're in a time frame where games are like halfway developed, and we supposed to wait 2-3 years down the road for the game to be fully developed. I'm not trying to wait no 2-3 years down the road for a game to be. My thing is this: you guys took my money now. I want a full game now. All right, not half a game, not a tech demo, not a trial where it's like only gonna be 30 minutes and stuff. No, I want a fully completed game. Now, if it's an early access game, my thing is this: it's like it shouldn't be no situation. It's you guys gonna have to come out with some content right then and there, rather than, oh, let's come out with one level, one mode, one car, one track, one whatever the game is based on off of, and then it's like having it where it's like I'm supposed to be satisfied with that. That's not fair. That's not fair to the gamer. So that's why I'm like, it either needs to be a situation where these developers have a trial that goes the distance, not no 1 hour trial, not no 2 hour, no, like 5+ hours. 5+ hours, 10+ hours, and then have it where I'm like, okay, I can, overall test this game out. Don't have to put my money up, because that's money that I'm not going to get back. And that's overall, I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, that's not a whole lot. That's not a whole lot. But my thing is this: that's still my money at the end of the day. And I'm like, I'm not trying to have it where it's like there's companies out there getting my money, and then it's like they're not even giving me a fully complete game. But anyways, so the one game it was $19, and then the digging game, how much was that? Hold on for a second. That was $5. So overall, I'm like, that's over $20 of my money going to these developers. And I know people are like, bro, it's just only $20. It's just only 20. I'm like, well, then somebody needs to reimburse me my $20 then, because it's like I'm not trying to have it where it's like, even my thing is this: it might not be a whole lot, but to me, I'm like, fam, I can actually buy a game that I can enjoy with $20. So I would rather have it where I put my money into a game that I can enjoy, a game where the developers actually care about the people that are playing their game, and they're like, well, we don't want to release a bad game, so let's do something good. Let's have it where it's all like, these people can actually enjoy the game. And it's like, man, I find that stuff messed up. I find it very, very messed up. But overall, though, yeah, be careful with what games you buy on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, any other platform. I'm trying to think. Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo has no proper. I imagine they won't. It's like but usually Nintendo and their games are like fully developed. I can't say that I've ever played an undeveloped game like Mario, Legend of Zelda. I'm trying to think of some other games on Nintendo. Yeah, Pokemon games. I don't think I've ever played no underdeveloped Nintendo game, because it's like, yeah, they make sure of it, that they're all like, okay, we're releasing this game, it has to be good, all right? So yeah, and then plus it's like they really don't have like a whole lot of other games from different platforms on their platform, so they're like, yeah, it's like, let's have it where we're proving people wrong, we're overall trying to do good by people and things. But yeah, it's like a lot of these other businesses and places, I'm like, no, you guys need to start checking these developers. And it's like, are you guys working on your game? No? Okay, well, it's like, we're going to give people their money back. And if you ain't doing nothing productive with your game, if you ain't coming out with frequent updates, and I'm not saying no update every month and things, no, I'm saying frequent updates to fix bugs in the game. You mean to tell me that it's okay to release a game like Assetto Corsa Evo where the online mode didn't work until after a month of the game being released? And then they're gonna only have it where there's only a couple of modes to play in the game, couple of tracks or a few tracks to race on there, and a few cars to use. When there's all these other different racing games like Forza, Gran Turismo, I'm trying to think of some other, even the other two Assetto Corsa games. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that ain't fair to the gamer. So overall, to all gamers out there, be careful with what game that you buy. Be careful with games that you buy on any platform whatsoever. And if you're getting new to the, or if you're new to the gaming scene, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's probably best maybe find a different hobby. Wait until I do a video where I can say that yeah, gaming is good again. Because I'm like where gaming is at right now, having it where it's like we're playing pretty much unfinished video games. And then somebody was bringing that up where it's like there's a lot of different developers using AI technology to develop games. My thing is this: use AI technology. If it's gonna help you develop the game faster or overall make a better game, do that. I don't care. Overall, I'm not trying to play halfway made games or games that I can't enjoy. And it's like, bro, it's things like that where I'm like, nah, man. There needs to be a change with gaming, or there needs to be like a higher up somebody. Like there needs to be some laws or something being signed to where it's like you need to release a game where it's like 50 to 60% of it is developed. But not like, oh, let's just develop the menus, the title, some visual stuff. But as far as everything else, that's just going to be bugged out, glitched. Nothing works. Yeah, I'm not with that. So, anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.